Hello and welcome to Delhi Law Firm, your trusted legal partner, where every complex law is explained in simple and clear language. Today's question is extremely important. Is registration mandatory for a Hindu marriage to be considered legally valid?
Absolutely the right question. This issue concerns every couple who got married following traditional Hindu rituals but did not register their marriage. Recently, the Allahabad High Court in Sunil Dubey versus Meenakshi /2025 delivered a very significant judgment clarifying this point.
Yes, this case involved a marriage solemnized back in 2010. The husband and wife jointly filed a mutual consent divorce petition before the family court. However, the family court stated that before proceeding with the divorce hearing, they must submit a marriage registration certificate.
Both parties argued that under the Hindu Marriage Act 1955, registration of marriage is not mandatory and the case should proceed even without the certificate. But the family court relied on Rule 3A of the Hindu Marriage and Divorce Rules 1956 and refused to grant any exemption.
The matter then went before the Allahabad High Court. Justice Manish Kumar Nigam's bench set aside the family court's order, holding that registration is not a condition of validity but merely an evidentiary document that makes it easier to prove the marriage.
The court clearly stated, registration is a proof, not a condition of validity. This means that even if a marriage is not registered, it remains legally valid under Hindu law, as Section 8(5) of the Hindu Marriage Act specifically says so.
Section 8 empowers state governments to frame rules for marriage registration. However, subsection 5 explicitly clarifies that even if a state makes registration compulsory, non-registration does not invalidate the marriage.
At most, a nominal fine of ₹25 may be imposed, but the legality of the marriage remains unaffected. In simple words, the law recognizes a Hindu marriage solemnized by traditional rituals. Registration merely records it for legal purposes.
Now let's look at other religions. Under Muslim law, nikah is a contractual relationship, so the nikahnama and its registration carry greater importance. Under the Indian Christian Marriage Act 1872, registration follows a formal church-supervised process.
So every personal law has its own approach. But in Hindu law, registration is for evidence, not for validity.
Still, in practical terms, its importance has increased immensely. Without a marriage registration certificate, proving a marriage in court can be difficult. You may need to produce photographs, invitation cards, or witnesses.
Exactly. Even in everyday matters, like adding a spouse's name to a passport, claiming inheritance, insurance, pension, or government benefits, a marriage certificate is often required.
Even for spouse visas or immigration abroad, the marriage certificate has become a mandatory document. So while the law doesn't make it compulsory for validity, in practice, it has become almost essential.
Very true. In Seema versus Ashwani Kumar 2007, the Supreme Court also suggested that all marriages, irrespective of religion, should be registered to protect the rights of women and children.
In a recent case, Dolly Rani versus Manish Chanchal 2024, the court further clarified that registration only records a validly solemnized marriage and cannot make an invalid or incomplete marriage valid.
So the conclusion is clear. Under the Hindu Marriage Act, the validity of a marriage depends on the performance of prescribed rituals and customs, while registration only serves as documentary proof and an administrative safeguard.
That means a Hindu marriage without registration is still legally valid, but registration provides legal security and administrative convenience.
Now the question is, in today's document-driven world, has marriage registration evolved from being a choice to almost a necessity? What do you think? Share your views in the comments.
For more legal guidance and information, visit our website www.dellylawfirm.news.
Thank you for listening. See you in the next episode with another important legal discussion. Delhi Law Firm, your trusted partner in simplifying the law for every citizen.